touch, the feel, the fabric of our life. Love cotton, the fabric of our life.
That's right.
Of a dream. Believe, right now you give up.
Ooh.
Jazmine, are you kidding me? Why didn't she the...
Sam, are you kidding me? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Comfort Level Podcast. I'm Maddie, and I'm here with...
Brandon.
Maddie, put this in the...
I will, maybe.
Put a comment or something. Everyone needs to see the link to this. Right?
I don't really have any
You're
other
going to put it
place.
in the comment.
What?
You're going to pin it.
Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Sam.
Yes,
Everyone
Also,
just hurry up.
Jazmine
Okay.
Sullivan.
And Jazz.
Jazmine.
Jazz, friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod, shout out.
Love her.
Jazmine, you killed the Cotton song. That's the greatest. It's one of the greatest songs ever made. I think Pink did it too.
She really sang on that one.
She didn't have right to do that.
Have you guys seen that video of somebody standing on Pink's stomach as she belts out this huge note and she kills it, but then the news reporter is still standing on her stomach, so she's like, "Get off!"
No.
So she does this huge line, like one of her really popular songs, and then the news reporter is like, "Oh my god, that's so crazy!" And she's like, "Get off!"
I really want to see that.
I absolutely
need to
want to see that. Pink's like on a level of.
She isn't. She's.
I'm mad at the reporter.
Read the room.
Read the room, reporter. She's clearly done with the note. The reporter's like, really good. Still standing there.
I'm impressed.
That is pretty good. Pink's dying, turning red.
Pink's turning pink.
What do you need? Pink's turning
Here it
red.
is.
I got that.
Why is this happening?
Steph.
You gotta get off.
You gotta get off.
Dude,
Wait.
this is so good.
Why were we doing that in the first place?
Come on.
Come on.
You gotta get up.
She was fighting. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oop.
not that crick in your neck. Sorry, my phone just really couldn't
Can
let
let
go.
go.
Like
Like
this
this
You really tried to get her.
I did.
You did.
Because I saw it as soon as she was
I was
saying
looking.
it. Yeah. Can't let go.
You gotta get off.
You gotta get off.
I mean, she was straining to get that one out.
Imagine capturing that and you're just like trying to hold in a laugh.
And then that's a fart for sure.
That's a fart.
You're coming out with a fart. There's no way you're not farting in that situation.
What did we say? Oh, can't let go.
Can't let go. Who's that?
So
No.
this one comes from r/Comfort Level Pod.
Yay!
This one is more of like an advice thing.
Okay.
And potential grooming.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. We did miss something though. Can we talk to subscribers?
Tell us
what
is on your mind. Can we talk to subscribers? r/Comfort Level Pod.
That was really good.
Come on. I think the
Really
acoustics
good.
in here. Like,
Can't let go of an old friend. This all starts when I, 17, was 12. In middle school, my friends were talking about his Discord server they were all a part of, and me being young and not knowing the horrors of the app joined. I was mostly kept safe from the weirdos and creeps by staying in the smaller circle of friends from school, but something changed when I got into an older anime and started getting invited to communities relating to said anime. The most impactful of these two servers was a roleplay server and an extremely small friend server. The former of these two definitely had its own set of stories, topped off with uncomfortable relationships and interactions between literally children in middle school and fully grown adults well over the age of 18.
Oh my God.
But I'm going to focus on the latter. I joined this roleplay server that my friends from school were a part of, and I made some friends. Nothing really happened in the first few months of my stay there. That was until the oldest member of the group, I'll call them Kay, broke it off with their close friend. Me and Kay, who was 18 at the time, used to DM infrequently. Small things like TikToks and memes, but never full-blown combos. We did, however, have a mutual friend who brought us closer together. Me and Kay started talking more and slowly but surely became best friends. Some background, I was and still am very troubled in a sense. My mental health has periods where it's extremely poor, and in those moments, I have a tendency to cling to other people. During this time period, my brother, who I viewed highly, up and left my life, leaving me a wreck and in search of someone to fill his place. Alongside this, me and my mother were at odds with one another, but that'll make more sense later on in the story.
Oh.
When you're one of Kay's closest friends, he lets you into his life in the most personal ways imaginable. You knew about his first and last name, you knew about his family and his pet chihuahua, how he was a math teacher, and you generally felt special because he told you that you were. I didn't notice it, but generally he had friends under the age of 16, even when he turned 19 and later 20. Kay was usually pretty nice and understanding and didn't exactly want to listen to your problems unless you wanted advice, which is fine. This sort of attitude of his bled into my issues with my mother, which put an even further wedge between us as I constantly had him and other friends commenting on how bad of a person she was. He essentially helped me cut my own mother off and had me counting the seconds until she was done talking so that I could run away to the safety of his messages and tell him about everything that she said. A year or so passes, and while he doesn't do anything outright creepy before, he starts now. In between putting me down for small offenses and making a show out of my mental health issues, he would take me to a private Discord server or DMs and do sexually charged role plays with me. It didn't go very far, but the fact that it happened has affected me greatly in the future. It all ended around Thanksgiving, 1 year after I had yet another mental breakdown, and told him that his constant berating and putting me down and being generally rude to me was making me upset. After a night of calling, it would usually end up with him DMing me that I made him upset or annoyed, and me apologizing for it, only to be told that he didn't want an apology, but just for me to do better. I tried to make him proud, and I tried to be better, but I just didn't know what he wanted from me, so things ended between us. After that, I spent weeks depressed and searching for new friends because when he cut somebody off, nobody he knew could be associated with them. After some searching, I found a group of friends, and I started my sophomore year and tried to get over it. Here's where I got to my biggest dilemma, whether or not I should get over this whole thing. There are some smaller things that I definitely left out. Him regressing as a trauma response and making me take care of him. Him calling me when he had pneumonia and crying on the phone in the middle of the night. But sometimes I can go about my day only to be reminded of something he did and my mood will plummet. Not only that, but his words about me being a nuisance and annoying have stuck with me up to this day. It's so hard to break out of the cycle, being fine and then suddenly remembering him. I guess this is more of a asking for advice post, but yeah. So she's basically saying she had this person in her life who was really toxic to her, and she still is like attached to them, which really sucks because it sounds like he was like gaslighting her. It sounded like maybe love bombing in the beginning, and then devaluing her, isolating her from her friends. Like, oh my gosh, she was doing everything. And then eventually the sexual messages, which is crazy because they're now 17 and it started when they were 12.
So what's your advice?
My advice?
Yeah.
I guess my advice would be to OP is to potentially, if you can, block them, because no matter what's happening, the feelings that you're going through, you're always going to have them. Like, because you're slowly removing people from your life that don't need to be there, and the friends that they're friends with, you don't need to be their friends either if they're willing to cut you off just like that too. This person sounds really toxic, and he was taking advantage of you when you're at a vulnerable moment in your life. You've even admitted that. And I think the best thing to do is just let time take its course. But I feel like I don't know where you would, maybe you guys can help me with this, but I don't know where you would get better friends, because you obviously do need a support system, because like you said, he kind of isolated you away from your own family.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know, maybe getting into other communities and potentially finding friends, maybe not in Discord if you think that there's potentially people that are going to prey on you there. But yeah, just try and isolate yourself from him as much as possible. Even though it hurts now what he's doing to you,
Right.
if you can stay away from that, that's going to benefit you in the long run.
Yeah, and I think just like what Maddie said, it really just takes time, because I think she mentioned that, she looks at things or it just reminds her of him. That will very much be the reality in the beginning, but like with time, as you live your life, it slowly just, you kind of get a little bit more of it back.
It affects you less and less.
Yeah. So, I mean, really time, I would say. And actually cutting herself off from him.
Yeah.
Because you can't really move on from something that you're still currently in.
Right.
So for that to actually work, she would have to just be done with him. And to get more friends, to find more friends, and I'm really finding out that you really do just have to put yourself out there. Like, just do things that you like to do. Maybe different, like you said, different communities, but really just getting herself out there.
And you see it, OP. I know you see it because you're the one that's saying all this stuff.
Right.
You're saying
Yeah.
he's
You
know.
isolating me. He kind of he made my relationship with my mom more rocky. He's making me feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just like, I'm kind of coming with the terms of it, or you're just seeing it now. I think you're moving in the right direction because you're able to see all of the red flags that he was doing to
Right.
you. And you're just like, I'm still attached to him. It's just going to take time.
Yeah, and she's still young too, so
Yeah.
I think Sam said it once. Reread your own story. You'll see all the stuff that is going bad, and you think about the glory days, and then reread your story. And if you have those same feelings, you this is us telling you this. The best advice is probably just to cut it off. But if you reread your own story, I mean, just like everybody else was saying, like, you're saying everything that's wrong with it. You know what's wrong.
Right.
It's just a matter of doing it. I saw a video and it said, it was this lady talking. It was like motivational stuff, but she was just like, choose your level of hard. Either way, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
If you stay with them, it's going to be hard because
Right.
you feel emotionally attacked all the time. You don't know what to feel at times. But if you leave, it's going to be hard. Either way, it's going to be hard. But if you leave, you still have a future.
Right.
With this, it's like he's destroying the relationships around you. And there's no benefit for you in this. If you leave, there's still a benefit for you to learn and grow as a person. And like, you're 17. I know Facebook is not a thing for people like our age.
Dang, that sounds like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no
I don't
one
know.
else
Like
is
they
on
have
it.
like groups or like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like just there's different ways. Or like if you're really into the animes, you could stream or like post TikToks about it. There's plenty of ways to insert yourself into communities.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're already used to it. I wouldn't say the internet's like there is the risk of the internet being a dangerous place, but I mean, you're kind of in a dangerous situation
Right.
already. You might as well just try to distance yourself from that one and at least try for something.
And it's something you're able to recognize in the future of like, okay, these are all the tactics that were used against me
Right.
by this person.
Yeah.
Because if you're still in that vulnerable state, there might be a lot of people as you put yourself out there who are like, I know I can attach myself to you and I can feed off of you. I can
Right.
feed off your energy. So you take all these points that you're saying, read back the story, take all these points that you're saying about this person. And even though you're still attached to him, as you go and hopefully create more friends in different communities, be more wary of the people that you have in your life of like, okay, are you potentially love bombing me? Are you
Right.
trying to separate me from all my friends and family except for you? Are you trying to make me reliant on you?
Right.
Yeah.
Take those things into account because you're like, okay, this has happened to me before. I know what to do and I know what their goal is and I know that that's not good for me and I need to separate myself from them.
Yeah.
And my advice for OP is knowing that you're in this cycle, don't beat yourself up for it for feeling like you feel like you want to be close to them, because I feel like that's what keeps people in the cycle where they're like, I know they're bad, but I feel this feeling to still want to be near them. So then I feel like I deserve this because I'm feeling this way. You're like, no, this is a natural thing. you might want things that is not good for you. Don't beat yourself up for it. Just like, yep, I'm still moving through this process and I don't deserve this. Even if I'm feeling this way, this is just a part of my body desiring something that's not good for it. So don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is necessarily a right way to think about it, but sometimes when you're in a hard, or at least when I'm in a hard situation, sometimes when I think about like my feelings towards certain things, I kind of treat it like a craving. Like, you know, cravings are so fickle. Like, like I could say something. What's something you really want?
Funyuns.
What's something you want?
I want to go to sleep.
You want to go to sleep? No, what's like food?
Oh,
She said Funyuns.
I want water.
You want
I'm
water?
Thirsty.
Yeah. What's something else you would want?
Canes.
Did you see how fast that switched?
You're fickle, Maddie.
Just real fickle.
I want to sleep. I want water, and I want canes. I'm sorry.
I really could go for a Papa John's pizza.
Interesting.
That's
My
such a
brother
weird
wanted
choice.
to have some of that the other day. He was like, "Take and bake, Maddie. Take and bake." I'm like, okay.
So did my dad. My dad loves Papa John's.
Papa John's is really good.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm again. I don't
Wait,
know.
hold on.
I have no respect for Papa John's.
Yeah, but like just the
None.
Who do you
feelings.
eat, Godfathers?
Little Caesars.
The feelings, it's just like it's so quick to change. And well, like your feelings, it won't be as quick as a craving is to change, but in like certain situations, like, okay, I'm feeling this way, but just know that it can change eventually.
Am I the asshole for kicking my 72-year-old mother-in-law out of the house at night because she threw away my things?
You don't sound great.
Yeah, you're
That's why I'm like, there are some people do have privileges, and old people have the right to not be kicked out in the middle of the night.
Don't sound great. You don't not sound like the asshole.
Not grandma.
I'll give you the benefit of
72?
the doubt and listen to the story, but it's not looking great.
You gotta wait till the
Not
day.
looking good.
watch it be like, oh, it was Christmas time.
Like,
In the cold, you know her knee's gonna be finished after that.
you know they feel it before they even get in the cold. I know
Rheumatoid
her
arthritis.
bones.
Have you heard of it?
I know they was cricketing down the street. Oh my God.
Am I the asshole for kicking my 72-year-old mother-in-law out of the house at night because she threw away my things? I, 36 female, live with my husband, 41 male. I have a decent relationship with my mother-in-law compared to a lot of horror stories I hear from friends. She's quite sweet and warm. She is, however, a little over-controlling, overprotective. I'm not sure of the exact word, but she has a very strong idea about things and no sense of boundaries. For example, when she stays at our house, she takes over the kitchen completely and insists on cooking all of our meals. She cooks wonderfully, but she won't let me help her at all, and she puts everything away in the wrong places and then insists that her way is more logical. She only really comes for holidays though, and I do like her a lot, so I don't mind putting up with these mild annoyances. I'm currently pregnant with our little girl, who will be born in a few months. This is a miracle. I really didn't think it would happen, especially so late. We got lucky. When my mother-in-law heard, she was super excited and she said she would come over to help us get ready for the baby. She offered to stay for the next 6 months or so to help out.
Offer?
6 months?
Because my husband and I both work long hours and it'll be hard to handle the baby on top of this. She's also pretty emotionally invested in this because she truly sees herself as part of our family. She arrived a few days ago and she set herself up and then she started with the cleaning. I like collecting things from garage sales and such, things like sculptures and books and baskets, stuff a lot of people would consider utter junk. Our house is completely overstuffed, but it's reasonably tidy and doesn't seem like a hoarder's house or anything. Okay. My mother-in-law, on the other hand, likes everything surgically clean. Yesterday, I came home from work to find the house was like a war zone. She went through my cabinets and cleared out everything she considered junk, and apparently made several trips to Goodwill before I got home. I was really angry and I asked her why she would ever do this. She said the house has to be tidy for the baby and that it would be dangerous for the baby to be in a cluttered home. Then she took the huge bag of stuff and tried to walk out the door. I kind of lost it and I told her that she could get out right now. She was shocked that I was serious and she said she doesn't have any place to go and it's so late. It was about 9:30. I booked her a hotel room and I called a taxi. My husband came home an hour later, and when I told him what happened, he was furious with me. He says that I disrespected his mother and was ungrateful for everything she's trying to do for us. Am I the asshole?
You booked her the taxi and the hotel night. So
nice.
I'm going to say no.
Penthouse.
No, because you don't get to like just go through my things.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And several bags.
And already had trips to Goodwill.
And you made several trips to Goodwill. Gone through rummaged your little paws through my things. And then insult my home. Go ahead and check out. It's time to log out.
Check in there and check out here.
Yeah, I feel like the hotel changed it.
I need you to clock out right now, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
enough said.
She did her due diligence, I feel like. I mean, she just didn't like throw out on the street. I feel like the husband needs to be supportive though. Like,
well, think of how if you came home and they're like, yeah, I told your mom you kicked your mom out. Like you come home from work
under the circumstances.
But you're just hearing the story like, yeah, I kicked your mom out.
I might be shocked. I would be shocked.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd be like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to go see her then.
I have to go see my mom.
Yeah, I would have to go leave and see my mom.
The person who gave birth to me, you just kicked her out of the house.
I thought you guys had a good relationship.
Right.
You sent her to a hotel. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think she's the asshole, and I agree with what Sahdia is saying. But also, I'm like, if I was in the husband's shoes, I would be upset.
To get mad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't think you're the asshole, but I think his reaction makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be mad at the husband.
Yeah. So top comment, not the asshole, but you may want to consider why she did that. Your house may actually be cluttered with junk, and she was helping.
They're on her side. They're like, you nasty.
You dirty.
I, of course, don't have photos of your house in its previous state, but what she did was still an asshole move.
In its previous state?
That's a weird thing to say. That's weirdly specific. Is that?
That's the mom.
Yeah, that's
the mom's secretly commenting, like, yeah, I don't think you're the asshole, but
I don't have pictures, but trust me, it was dirty.
Like.
Yeah.
And somebody else said, it doesn't make a difference. It's not her mother-in-law's problem to fix. There's nothing to fix. If she doesn't like the way the house is, then the mother-in-law needs to stay out. The fact that you're insinuating that her house is messy and she's a hoarder is insane. It's her house, and when the baby comes, there's going to be even more messes. And again, it's not the mother-in-law's place to do so or say anything about it. And then OP responds, and she gives us a list of what junk is.
But no pictures.
No pictures.
Maybe top commenter's not too far off.
She won't show anything.
Yep. It's a list.
So, a walk-in closet with a lot of thrifted clothes, some that I alter myself.
I need a picture because I don't
4
like that you
quilts in the walk-in closet.
Trash.
An antique wood desk with a typewriter. That is admittedly just taking up space, but it's gorgeous.
Gross.
Antique.
Sell that.
A lot of wall art. None of it matches, which my mother-in-law hates, but it's all hung up properly and intentionally. 2 shelves of fancy china in the dining room.
Bad.
Which I never am going to use, but again, it's displayed purposely.
Ugly pattern. I know it is.
A coin collection.
Oh,
In Ziploc bags in my closet.
What?
2 ugly end tables.
Yeah, I know it's ugly.
Several. Are you the mother-in-law?
I'm on the mother-in-law's side on this.
Several rugs from garage sales that are in use and not just rolled up in a corner.
There's no such thing as a good rug from a garage sale.
2 bookcases of books. You can never have too many books, and fine books lying around on the coffee table, kitchen table, and couch.
She doesn't know how to read, so that's irrelevant.
A few shelves.
This is OP.
Yeah. A few shelves and said bookcases with family memorabilia and such. House plants. A lot of throw pillows that also don't match at all.
Those are so inconvenient.
Yeah.
A tree sculpture with Christmas ornaments.
She keeps going and making it worse.
A tree sculpture with Christmas ornaments and plants and pictures hung on it. Lamps on every table.
How much longer is the list?
So you got all these ugly end tables and you got ugly lamps sitting on top of each ugly table?
A geode collection. I don't even know what that is.
Like the rocks.
Okay.
Like a geology class.
Bro, just
the
go
crystals
outside.
that you break in this like different rings.
And then this is cut off, but it says a spice rack with lots of different little spice bottles.
Oh no.
And then too many dishes. It fits in 2 kitchen cabinets.
You're a hoarder. That's the definition right there, right?
Yeah.
I'm feeling for
people
the
are changing
mother.
their side now.
I was completely on her side before she kept talking.
I was on her side until Fine China came into
Yeah,
the
I'm like,
mix.
I know that China's ugly. I know it's ugly.
Nothing good comes from Fine China.
So you're saying it's even. It could be either way.
Yeah.
I do think it's out of the pocket to just do that. But looking at that list, I'm like, I'd be angry. I'm like, I have to do something.
Antique typewriter that's just taking up space.
Just taking up space.
And she
But
knows
it's
it
cute,
is.
Though.
It's cute.
It's cute. It's curating.
I bet
the
you that don't
moment,
even fit the
curating.
aesthetic of your house.
It probably doesn't.
None of that sounded like it went together.
She definitely
China with
lives
that? No.
in a like millennial white mid-century modern home, and then there's that antique typewriter.
That was really specific.
Well, you know,
I'm surprised she doesn't have like a wedding dress in there, like this next story.
I knew she was gonna do it.
You see me glaring at you the whole time as soon as you started talking.
Yeah, no, your face went from, I'm interested in what Maddie say to
Here we go.
just
Here
a
it
little
comes.
grudge, just
Yeah.
like a little scrunch.
Here it is.
Here
I know
it
her
is.
from, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. She doesn't think anything we say is interesting, so I know this is a trick.
That's not true. But I was trying to translate.
But I was.
Okay, so am I the asshole for going through my friend's closet to find my wedding dress?
What?
Brandon, what do you think about this?
Ooh.
Just really, Brandon, what do you think? No.
What do I think?
Wait, have you done
Did
this?
this happen? No.
Have you done this? Brandon?
Yeah.
I don't know
you
why.
are.
Then she must have reason to believe that her wedding dress is in her friend's closet.
Mm-hmm.
Why does she have reason to believe that?
Because her best friend was like, "I'm going to steal your wedding dress."
I love it. Can I have it?
Yeah.
No.
Just joking.
Okay. Gone.
Yeah.
I wonder
Next
if this
day
is
it's
gonna be
gone.
like the story with the best friend that kept the wallet. That wouldn't give her wallet
yeah.
back. It's gonna be something like
I
that.
That's
still
an
get mad.
OG story.
I think about
I
that story
remember
a
that.
lot.
I was like, the audacity.
Is it like I feel like it's gonna be that type of story? Is it that type of story or like
Kind
that
of.
type of dynamic?
It's
Okay.
kind of like that. Okay, am I the asshole for going through my friend's closet to find my wedding dress? 2 years ago, my husband and I were doing some renovations to our home. I didn't want my wedding dress to get damaged or lost in the process, which, considering we did lose a few things during the renovation, I was right to be concerned. My friend offered to keep it in her closet until the renovations were done. After we finished, I asked my friend for the dress back. She kept saying she'd get back to me. I kept asking and she'd make up excuses. I found it weird. Now, my sister is getting married and she wanted to wear the dress. This was our mother's dress and we always agreed that we'd each wear it. I told my friend I needed it back. She claimed she couldn't find it. I was perplexed because how does it just get up and
You
walk
lost
away?
it?
She apologized and offered to pay me the price of the dress, which I turned down because it wasn't about money. The dress was sentimental and I felt terrible my sister couldn't wear it. My friend and her husband went away. I was there to water the plants and feed the dogs, and I decided to go look myself. The closet was very cluttered. I eventually found the dress. I could totally believe that she missed where it was and that she wasn't being malicious in the slightest. The box was tucked away behind a few larger ones containing seasonal clothes. I texted her saying, I found the dress. Instead of being happy for me, she asked why I rummaged through her closet.
She's a scammer.
I said I just wanted to double check. She told me I had no right to go through her things.
Your friend's a scammer.
Oh no.
I said that because of her clutter, my sister almost didn't get to wear a dress that she always dreamed of. My friend told me that I could have asked her to look again, but I pointed out that it took her 2 years to even look in the first place.
2 years?
Am I the asshole?
No.
No,
Oh,
girl,
my-
you go and get that dress.
2 years is
No.
much too long.
It was a dress rescue operation, and it had to be done.
Had to be done.
Had to be done.
She shouldn't have even said anything.
Just
to see if-
Yeah.
Just to see if she's like, oh, hey, did you
find an exact replica to the dress? Or
I
what?
really
The
hope they
dress?
are not friends because I don't want to be friends with anybody like that. That's so grimy.
Yeah.
That's so grimy. I ask you, hey, can I have my stuff back?
No.
And you take your time?
2 years?
You make excuses?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the sister's like, my wedding's coming up. And you're like, I'm trying, but you're waiting 2 years? I'm fighting you before we...
I'm sorry, but is there some malice in this?
Yeah, she said it wasn't malicious, and then I'm like, the reaction tells me
The reaction
Yeah.
is suspect.
you're malicious.
Yeah.
That was malicious. Behind other bigger boxes,
You would think the friend would be happy.
I think that's the thing that threw me off is the fact that she wasn't happy. Because it's like, yeah, if you genuinely like we're like, oh, I literally couldn't find it.
Oh
I
my
have so
God,
much
I'm
crap
so
in my
glad
closet.
you found it.
Yes,
I'm
thank God you
sorry
found
that
it.
happened.
Yes. And sorry it took me 2 years to find it. But the fact that she's like, what are you looking through my stuff for?
It's malicious. You don't have an infinite closet. It's not
Is she
miles
Selena
and miles
Kyle?
long. You can find this dress.
But people were asking in the comments. They agreed. What did you just say?
it was malicious because of the boxes.
No, something you said before.
Oh,
But there's people in the comments were saying, people were being like, why would she want the wedding dress? And that's what I'm trying to figure out too, because it's like she's already married.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't have any sentimental value to her.
Did she
Why
ask
does
to
she want
borrow
it?
it?
Yeah, because that's where people were. Well, no, because remember the renovations, and they're like,
to store it, and then like, can I get it back?
yeah. So it's like, where do you think the maliciousness is in that? If it's like she has no reason to have this dress. And I'm not saying you guys are wrong, because I think her reaction is like weird. But it's like, why does she want the dress? And I'm even confused. I'm like, why do you want that dress?
So it still could be. It could be not malicious. Like, I genuinely didn't find this dress.
But also, don't look through my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I can see the reaction where you were just supposed to water my plants. Why are you going through my closet? But I think you lost that as soon as the dress was found. Like, you lost the high ground when you're like, this dress lasted.
Yeah, because I feel like if she didn't find anything, then it'll be like, why are you? But the fact that she found it, it's like, oh.
That's what people were saying in the comments that you mentioned was, they said you should have never even said anything.
Yeah.
They're
She
like,
should have.
just let her go crazy thinking that she really did lose it. And now you have a dress back.
She doesn't care that she lost it. It's been 2 years and
Yeah.
she didn't really search.
Yeah.
I don't think she cares whether she lost it or not. A wedding dress that's sentimental, you're like, I'll just pay you money for it.
Yeah.
You should have took the money, searched the apartment, found the dress, never said anything. You come up richer and you got a dress.
So you think it's just the principle of don't look at my stuff?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm hoping that's why she's mad. Because I'm on the page. Why does she want? Why would she want to keep it?
yeah.
So that part is weird. So it has to be like it was a genuine mistake, and then she gets mad that she went in through her closet.
Yeah.
The only thing though, it's just like, why having all those box? Like, okay,
You think she was hiding it?
yeah, I think she was hiding it because that's like one of the, like she's going there to water the plants.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if she finds it, she would not go this deep into the closet. So we'll leave it a mess, put the boxes behind it.
Oh.
Because then it's like,
We do need her to water our plants, but we need to cover our tracks.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, that's really bad.
But then again, that whole, what would she gain from the dress?
You're
Unless
just
she
finding
just-
your friend as a villain. Like, your friend hated you, and this was finally the way they could take it out on you.
Oh, or unless it's like one of those things where it's like you wait until they forget about it and then you act on it. Or like she's waiting to sell it or something.
You think she was?
I don't know.
why
I'm
would-
spear sizing.
I feel like the biggest thing that it has to be is the fact that she was like, you're looking through my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know why she would sell it, because she's like, I'll pay you the money for the dress.
True.
That's why I'm like, she secretly hates her, and this is a way. Like, I'm gonna ruin this thing.
I don't know if
like
she
you.
hates
As
her.
a
I mean, if
person.
it's the principle of, if we're gonna call out principle, you said that you want to keep my stuff. We had that agreement. You say that you lose my stuff, that you just have no idea like where it is.
2
and
years.
you're being weird about it.
Yeah.
And for 2 years, not one time did it cross your mind that, hey, maybe the friend should come over and help me look.
Yeah.
Because
Like-
then that's a safe ground.
Your friend is being weird about it. So if you're like dragging your feet, like you're being weird about it, now I have reason to believe that you took it.
Yeah.
Like you stole it. Why would you want to have it? I don't know. But now I have reason to believe that you just take my stuff. So while I'm watering your plants, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna forget the morality of it all.
I'm gonna take matters in my own.
I'm gonna take my.
And I was right
because you know
about
what?
Yeah, and I get that.
Because you know what?
proven
You
right.
kind of slighted me first.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that whole intuition thing, it's like
and
2
karma,
years. You couldn't
we
even
all-
look for my dress.
We all know what they say about karma. And I found my
It's
dress
a dark
on top
club
of that.
like this next story.
Yes!
I like that.
That
one.
was good.
I was
That
gonna
was
say
so
I was
sweet.
gonna say something along the lines of like
Preschool.
her closet is like a dark club, so you can't find it. But then he's like karma, and I'm like, hey, I watch Jersey Shore. I know about karma.
Gym Tan Laundry.
Gym tan laundry karma.
Karma! I did my favorite part where like it's t-shirt time.
You know, I never watched Jersey Shore.
You know what's crazy? Looking
never
back,
watched it.
watching Jersey Shore and realizing even now, the guys were such dicks.
Oh yeah.
They're so mean
Like
to
this
women.
next.
They're so
Like real
misogynistic.
life.
Like it's really bad. It's like because I watched it growing up and I thought it was totally okay. And even think about like Sammy and Ronnie's relationship. I'm like, that was totally fine. It was so bad, so toxic.
Was it? It gave me Fairy Tale Princess.
I'm
Well, go
really
back
thirsty.
and watch it again.
I'll watch it again. I'll see what's
It's
up.
on Hulu. Okay, so
My
this
mouth is
comes
dry.
from.
I like how shit,
hold
it's
on.
on Hulu.
Wait, can I actually get a drink?
We got Hulu
Yeah.
on this TV.
We'll just watch the first episode. I'm like,
My
this is what we're
throat
talking
is
about.
And I'm like-
so dry.
Today I effed up by going on a date with somebody I met in a dark club.
Oh,
I think that you did. You probably did great.
She probably did great. A few weeks ago, I met Max while out at a club for a birthday
Max.
party. He was so cute and tall and had a raspy voice and a British accent. My weakness.
Whoa, was that a moan?
That was a moan.
From who?
Sam.
Yeah.
Did you hear
I didn't hear
Sam?
that.
That was unfiltered, okay?
That was
That was
Mac's
sincere.
British raspy voice. He's tall and he's handsome.
Sam lost
said,
control
oh.
of himself.
Yo.
You're like, hey, babe, my voice is raspy.
Can I
Hi,
buy you a drink?
babes.
Yeah,
How you doing tonight?
I'm
Vibes.
tall.
I'm tall. She's like, oh,
Tall and
My name's
handsome.
Paul and I'm tall. Call me Tall Paul.
tall pole.
Tall Paul.
And we spent a good amount of time that night just talking and chilling. We ended up exchanging numbers before my group left. We texted pretty consistently for a few days and planned a date, archery and drinks. When I arrived at the
Archery and drinks?
that's a horrible
Should have
combination.
done that.
That is
First
horrible.
and last date. You're dead.
When I arrived at the range, I saw Max in the light of day, and I knew that I had made a mistake.
Oh no.
Oh,
That
that type of dark club. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody needed to turn on them damn lights.
Max in the dark, he's like, and then she's like, it's the sexiest man I've ever seen.
He's in like just.
And there's a complete shadow. It goes like that. She's like, that's Sliver.
Upside, he was actually cuter than I remembered.
Okay, good.
Downside, he was most definitely a she.
Oh,
The boobs were unmistakable in her top, albeit pretty androgynous.
Okay.
After a little bit of convo, I confirmed that she definitely identified as a female and is a lesbian. I explained that I was straight and I thought she was a guy, and she luckily laughed it off. Apparently, it's happened before. We still ended up finishing our date and had a great time. We hung out.
Made love.
We hung out multiple times since then. I've since introduced her to a friend who's actually a lesbian, and they really hit it off, and they have been going on a few dates. My friend has been roasting me for weeks, but I gained a friend, and my friend gained a potential girlfriend, so I really can't complain.
That's really cute.
Am I the asshole for being in love with the person I set up
She's
with?
the
my
real
other friend?
matchmaker, Sam.
She's like, I'm actually in love with. I am a lesbian too. Now I've realized. So how's this TIFU?
Yeah.
She effed up by going on a
Oh,
date
going
with
with
somebody that she met in a dark club.
So this really, you guys know how I'm watching Shameless right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This 100% reminds me of Butterface.
Never
Does
seen Shameless.
anybody remember that?
Butterfield.
Have you seen
Butterface.
this?
Is he like a blonde guy?
Who is he
Frank.
with?
Frank, he was sleeping with this woman.
Oh, wait. Oh, keep going.
And it was like, She has nice ass, nice tits, but her face.
Oh, Butterface.
Oh, Butterface.
Yeah.
He was trying to get her pension because she was about to die
He was
because of her heart.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I remember that
Yes,
one.
Butterface.
Oh, wow.
That's just what this made me think of.
But it's not. It's like you're just an attractive person of a gender that I wasn't
The fact
attracted
that it was that she was a woman that really just threw me.
Mm-hmm.
That was
I
a
didn't
shocker.
expect that.
That was
Yeah.
very
to. Max is
unexpected.
ugly.
No, Max
But
is
Max
cuter
is-
than
Yeah,
she
I
thought. She was
thought
like,
Max was hideous.
but Max has boobs. So
Max is
Max
Shane
is-
from the L Word.
A woman?
That's
Yeah.
Max.
the waist that he said,
That's
Yeah.
who Max is.
she's
A
like, hey.
lot of people go weak for Shane.
You see Shane in the dark, you're like, yeah, that's a boy.
Yeah, that's a guy.
And then you come and you're like, no,
Oh,
that's a
Shane.
girl, and she's rizzing me so hard, and I'm lesbian now.
Yeah.
don't
I
know
will
how-
go on this archery date
I am
and I
going
will
on
drink.
That's when you should have known. Who picks the archery? Date?
Archery and alcohol. Archery and alk.
Crazy combination. First of all.
Double A's.
That
Calls it triple A.
So would you take? Is Cheesecake Factory more acceptable, or is archery and
Not the
drink
Cheesecake Factory.
I would
Those are-
literally
those
take
are so-
archery over the
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, I would take the risk of both.
You know what's
over the
crazy?
cheesecake.
I recently realized that people like Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake
Where
Factory-
we're from, we don't like Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory. I was telling
I'm from where
Sam.
you're from.
You like Cheesecake
I
Factory?
like Cheesecake Factory.
I was telling Sam.
Who are
They
you?
have everything, the whole wide world on their menu. I'm like, dude,
but it's mid, she said.
It
it's
is mid, and it's
you
it's
just
expensive.
need like 15
Which I'm
like
like, what's
really
wrong
good
with
dishes.
mid?
it's
It's
not
not-
worth the price.
It's not
not.
bad
It's not worth their attitudes when they come and talk to me.
because they're stressed from this giant menu. They're like, people are ordering 1,000 different things, and we have to all make it.
All
back
I have
here.
to say is when I order my $15 to $20 chicken fettuccine Alfredo and I can tell that the chicken is frozen grilled chicken, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah.
I can taste that it's frozen.
Yeah.
And the Alfredo
So-
sauce is a pre-made sauce.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
paid how much money for this?
Made well.
Why would you trust
Too
a
much
place
money
where
for
you can
that.
go get chicken fettuccine Alfredo and orange chicken in the same menu?
And what the
'Cause it's
hell is
basically
going
the
on with
same
that
thing. Chicken
aesthetic?
Alfredo
What
is
is their
orange chicken.
aesthetic?
It's just
Fancy?
food coloring.
Is that what it is?
That's all it
I think
is.
it's got to be.
And noodles and sauces
I can easily add noodles to it.
and Okay, chicken fettuccine Alfredo, orange chicken,
Yeah.
hamburgers and tacos. Why would you trust that?
on the menu.
Why would you trust any of that?
There's synergy there where these recipes are working in tandem with each other.
No, they're not.
Tacos, chicken Alfredo. There's a tandem there. Right? You love chicken tacos. Am I right?
I'm not eating chicken tacos from there.
Okay.
And again, the thing is, it can be mid, but the price point, it's really expensive
I
for
don't
how
think
bad
it's
the food
that
is.
crazy. I think
Come
it's,
on.
I
It's
think
not that crazy, but it is.
Red
It's
Lobster
high end.
prices.
It's higher end.
It's higher
It's
end.
Red Lobster, like Red Lobster and Cheesecake Factory, similar tier, right? Do we
But
agree
they
with
have
that?
lobster.
But the lobster is terrible.
Who's keeping Cheesecake Factory in business?
Tons of people because
That's what I'm saying. There's people
it's
that like
fine.
it.
Yes,
How?
there's plenty of people who like it.
It's
Guys,
not
what do you
okay.
guys think about Cheesecake Factory? Let
And
us
we
know.
know we're talking about this months after everyone talked about Cheesecake Factory, but hey,
Just the reality of the situation. Y'all know it's terrible. Just
No, Cheesecake Factory will be an ongoing debate for me.
I think it's gonna be a 50-50 split. I think it's gonna be right down. People are like, I hate it.
Cheesecake Factory has never been good.
And I will say that 1,000
What a
times over,
burger.
like this next story.
No!
That was really good.
To the sky.
No! I
was
had
good.
one. It was so good. It was so
Will
good.
pass us by. Oh, I will walk just 1,000 miles to just see you
Tonight.
Am I the asshole for telling my daughter, I told you so, and I'm not fixing it, even though it will cost her thousands to fix? My son pointed me to this website. I have a 26-year-old daughter named Ava. We helped her put a down payment on a house, and she is changing things in the home. I have told her so many times to hire a professional if it's not a DIY project. I had to fix so many of her projects, and I finally put my foot down, telling her I will not help her from now on. Ava mentioned changing the tile in the bathroom, and I told her she should hire someone for that if she isn't using stick-on tile. Well, she went and tried to do it on her own, and she made a huge mess of the bathroom. She called me up and asked if I could fix it. I told her, I told you so. We have done this dance way too many times, and she needs to hire someone to fix it. She told me it will cost her thousands to fix, and I could just do it. I told her no again, and she called me a jerk. Now she has a messed up bathroom since she needs someone to save her to fix it, and she thinks I'm a jerk. Am I the asshole?
You're a great mom. No, you're not the asshole.
Definitely
Facts.
Definitely one of those moments where you're like, you're not listening to me,
Right.
and you need to learn because I
your
won't be
lesson.
here to save you
You
forever.
know, just sounds like simple cause and effect to me.
Oh no, my consequences.
Oh,
No,
they're
the
here.
consequences
They've
of my
arrived.
actions.
They've come.
arrived.
Good for the mom for putting her foot down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, it's like a short and simple story.
Yeah, cut and dry.
So top comment, not the asshole. Tile isn't that complicated. If she can't pay for somebody to do it, she needs to watch a few YouTube videos on how to do it. Put in the work and quit trying to cut corners. And OP responded, my daughter is not handy whatsoever. And for the average person, I think they can retile decently after some videos. With her, it's a no.
You know, some people just don't have the talent.
Yeah.
I
If
guess
I'm
that's
judging
her.
her talent, it's probably like at a preschool level. Like this
Next
next story.
Transitions are hidden today.
I'm back, baby.
He is back.
They're falling out of my hands.
He's just watching transition after transition just go. They're flying.
Brandon, they're really passing you by. I mean, just time and time. Have you got one yet?
Let's
Hey.
let's get in there.
Oh, did
I
you?
got one.
No, let's get in there, bud.
I got one, right?
Get your feet wet.
Yeah.
Or was that last
Your
one?
transition is nice. It feels good to transition.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just try
Don't
a little
talk to him like
something,
that. Leave him alone. Am I the asshole for
Wait, are you guys dating?
They're dating?
No.
Oh.
They're giving couple vibes.
Yeah, it's giving
We need
couple.
to stop picking on him.
They're giving protection of
It's
my
giving-
man vibes.
It's my man.
It's giving the joke died 30 seconds ago and you need to stop.
Ooh.
She is really snapping back.
Like that's your cousin, but like you don't need to go that hard on him.
You don't even know my name.
Is that Cheetah Girls?
I'm a
Genie in a bottle.
You gotta rub me the right way. That's Christina Aguilera, isn't it?
Have you? Nope. Tangent.
Okay, yeah, that,
Okay,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
You're right.
Am
you're
I the
right.
asshole for complaining about the signs at my daughter's preschool? Am I the asshole for complaining about the signs at my daughter's preschool? My daughter, 3, just started preschool and has a teacher, I'm guessing college age, that is very honest. Sometimes coming off as a bit rude. I had to stop allowing my daughter to bring her toys to school because they always get lost, and this teacher is no help when it comes to finding them. She brought a little Lego creation that she wanted to show her friends and didn't have it at the end of the day. I asked the teacher where it was, and she didn't know. I asked her to look for it, and she said that there's no way she would be able to tell our Legos from theirs, and that my daughter would not be getting any Legos back. Another time, she went to school with a sticker on her shirt, and she was crying when I picked her up because the sticker was gone. I asked the teacher to look for it, and she said, I will not be tearing apart my classroom and playground to find a sticker that fell off 4 hours ago.
A sticker? She wants. Okay. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Like, I'm analyzing.
I'm just trying to understand the type of person we're dealing with here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you can keep going now.
Other kids have gone home with my daughter's jacket, and we've had to wait a week for it to get back. Lately, there's been 2 notices taped to the window that I am certain are written by this teacher. The first one says, your child is not the only one with a pink puffer jacket or Moana water bottle. Please label your child's belongings to ensure they go home with the right person. And the second one says, we understand caring for a sick child is difficult, but 12 of them isn't any easier. Please keep your child home if they have any symptoms. In my opinion, there's absolutely no reason for these notes to be snarky and obviously aimed at a very specific parent. I complained to the director about this teacher's conduct and the notices on the window, but nothing has come of it. My husband thinks I'm overreacting. Am I the asshole for complaining?
Girl, the call's coming from inside the house. It sounds like
Oh my gosh.
the call is coming from inside of the house. She's asking the internet, is she an asshole?
For complaining.
You know what? I challenge you to do some critical thinking and then come back to the internet and see.
A Lego, a sticker, and a jacket. Jacket, maybe.
The jacket
makes
Lego
sense.
and sticker?
The jacket's
sticker.
from Burlington,
The sticker.
so it's a real coat.
The sticker.
The sticker's crazy.
The sticker's ridiculous.
This is like
Egregious, if you
This
will.
is when a Karen's writing a story. Like we're getting real time on the Karen writing the story,
Yeah.
and like,
You guys agree, right?
and we're like,
And we're like,
her hair is like changing as blonde highlight.
No, it's going from this to
yeah.
the swoop is coming in.
It's like the Animorphs thing where she's like,
It's the ponytail
normal and it like goes in.
It's ponytail to the bob. Just
Yeah.
Yep. So top comment really quickly because we're already there. You are the asshole and ridiculous. Are you for real? You want a sticker back? You want a Lego back? Spend 1 hour in that place and see what happens. They're looking after the children, not their belongings. I used to volunteer at my son's daycare and preschool.
Oh, humble brag.
So I know what happens.
I'm a good dad.
She's been behind the scenes. She's seen the
been in the
horrors
trenches.
Yeah.
in the trenches.
And you talk about a sticker. This kid body slammed a kid off the top rope on the playground. We're trying to worry about
They're
lines
trying to keep
here.
these children alive.
and
we
I
worry about a sticker.
honestly, the people in the comments are actually pretty nice. They're just being like, I think you're not being reasonable.
You're
That's
not
like all
being
they're
reasonable.
saying. They're like, this is not normal, ma'am.
Other Karens are like, even I wouldn't go this far. This is a little
This
bit
is too
too far
much.
for me.
This is
the
too
sticker
much,
is a little
ma'am.
wild. I think that's what you should have dropped.
I'm gonna
the
go
line.
complain about my cold burrito at Taco
Yeah,
Bell, but I'm not gonna
you
complain about a sticker.
Go with that
Sticker?
sticker.
My daughter had a sticker at the beginning of the day,
And it's
Girl,
gone. It's
maybe
missing.
that adhesive wore out. It got tired.
We have to add
It
this one
got
out.
tired.
Yeah.
Did you ever think of that?
Its shift was over.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Let's act this one out. Yeah, we gotta act this one
Sticker clocked out.
Okay. Who wants to be who?
I want to be a sticker.
Does anybody want to be? Well, okay, so
out. I'll be the daughter. No.
daughter.
Oh yeah, someone's got to be the sign.
Somebody has to be the sign. Somebody has to be the Lego.
Oh, we're playing all the pieces?
Yeah.
Well,
Somebody
who's
has-
OP?
Is someone going to be OP?
Yeah, we
I
need-
can be OP.
Okay, you're OP.
I'm too good at being Karen.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's in my blood.
Oh.
I just don't want to grow up
So
to be
OP,
one.
daughter,
Sticker
sticker.
notes.
I want to be sticker. Who's sticker?
I'm sticker.
Oh.
You're the note.
Yeah, you're the note.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
on.
the note that the sign that's on the
Yeah,
door.
the sign.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Dear Reddit. I was at my daughter's preschool today, and she came home complaining about the fact that her sticker was gone on her shirt.
Where am
My
I?
sticker. It was like right, Mom. It was right
I
here.
remember.
I know, honey.
I missed the sticker. It was my favorite sticker.
This isn't the first time that happened. A few weeks ago, my daughter brought her Lego to school that she wanted to bring to her friends and show her friends.
There's the Lego.
I can't wait till someone steps on me.
No,
And-
Get 'em.
I mean that wouldn't be a good idea.
I can't wait till they step on me.
No, I take good care of my Legos.
Drop me down so I
Okay,
can.
okay, I'll do it. I'll do it just once.
okay.
All right.
Oh! Ah, look at him fall.
But I lost you somehow.
And
I'm
then
gone. Where am I?
at the end of the day, it's missing. So I go up to her teacher.
I'm missing
She's
my
a
Lego.
nice,
Help
she's a
me.
nice woman. And I say, my daughter's sticker, Lego is missing.
Lego.
Is there any way you could get it back for me? Wait, are you playing the
Yo, what's my
teacher?
Lego?
I'm over
I'm
here.
the signs.
Oh, you're the signs. Okay.
I'm over here.
And she said,
I can't
no,
find you.
bitch. And I was like, what
I
the
heard
hell?
that too. I did hear that. I'm a Lego, but I can't like.
I can hear my Lego. That's crazy.
Hey,
But
She
what
said to
is
me,
it?
and can you believe this? She said,
I stepped
no,
on each other. This is
that's
crazy.
not a reasonable request.
Where's the Lego?
That's not a reasonable request. And I said, ma'am, so today was the last straw. Because I was in the classroom.
I'm stuck under this desk on the sticker.
My
still
daughter
here.
lost her puffer jacket, and I see a sign that says,
Please
hey,
don't be dumb. You're not the only kid. Your kid is not the only kid with the Moana bottle. Your kid is not the only kid with a Princess Tiana jacket.
Oh,
If you want it back,
god dang.
put a label on it.
The sign's going too. I'm a Lego
If your
trying to
kid
hurt
is
people.
sick-
She's
I'm a
going
child
so
and I get
hard.
this somehow.
You don't like a sick kid at home? I don't like a sick kid in my classroom.
And it said that.
This is the whole poster. Was this double space? Was this all single space?
It was single
It was
space.
single space.
Single space Times New Roman.
And so
12
I'm
point
like
font.
telling my husband about this. And I'm like,
Hey,
all
babe.
this stuff happened. And guess what he says to me?
You're overreacting. You're absolutely. Why did I marry you? You always a sticker, honey.
Yeah.
I'm
We
still
have
looking for
so
the
many
sticker.
stickers.
Yeah.
And I said, no, it's not that sticker.
Wait, which one was it?
It was the Moana sticker.
No, you're still the jerk. We have Moana stickers.
It was the new little live action Little Mermaid sticker too.
I'm missing that sticker too as well. I don't know where that went.
You can miss me with that. You can miss me with that. I want.
Can I get a new sticker maybe or like?
And I'm going to leave out the part about the divorce. Honey, we'll go to counseling for that.
That's fine.
But am I the asshole? My husband doesn't agree with me. Post.
And scene.
That's how you do that.
Yeah.
That was innovative. That was avant-garde.
I like how the sign did have an attitude.
Yeah. And
She
it
was right.
I really wanted to like
It was so
convey
long,
the
too.
passive aggressive nature of that. Because you
if
really
it's that
you
long,
really had to read in
Yeah.
between the
Yeah.
lines,
Yeah.
you know? There was a lot going on in between the lines.
between the lions.
Yep.
Okay.
I feel like after posting like that, she would build out some new fences. You know.
No boys in the game.
We got him in there. Good job, B.
Woo.
This last one is from r/petty revenge. And it
We
says,
love petty
Okay.
revenge.
and
But
it
is this one
says,
petty though?
Yeah.
oops, forgot to tell my neighbor about our new fence.
I'm in.
Yep.
I'm
let's do it.
in.
Yeah.
Run it.
I love neighbor drama.
I love neighbor
So-
stuff.
and HOA. Oh, don't get me started.
Oh.
Those are always the juicy stories.
So we
Sue me.
moved to our new city 3 years ago, and we specifically told our realtor we would not buy a property that was subject to an HOA. She came through,
Smart.
no HOA. Apparently, someone forgot to tell our neighbor, though. Either that or our realtor didn't notice our house is in a 2-member HOA controlled by our neighbor. She called the city because we got a dog. She called the city because we were in our backyard at night. She called because I gave her kid s'mores, lost it on my kid, and then called my daughter a liar when she was like, I don't need this. I have math homework. She also told us the property line is about 3 feet closer to our house than it actually is. I'm sorry, what? We had a boundary survey done before getting a privacy fence. Forgot to tell her about that. And the contractors are out there now loudly installing the post. Oh, and I think their sprinklers are in our yard. Bummer. Edit, this isn't actually a 2-property HOA. We just say that as a joke because she's constantly trying to tell us what to do. When we first moved here, we thought she was being helpful because this is our first experience with the suburbs, and we had moved to a new state. We realized pretty quickly that she just likes telling people what to do. So quick little petty revenge there.
Oop, the sprinklers are on our side. I
Yikes.
guess my grass will get watered.
That's kind of like something that I'm really scared about is getting a bad neighbor in the future
They can like really ruin it for you.
because they just terrorize you every single day.
Yeah.
Like,
How though?
okay, so there's this video on TikTok where it's like, it always has to do with a boundary line of a fence or something. So this one that I was watching was this woman, her shrub was in the person's that was posting's yard.
Yeah.
They basically had bushes and flowers in their yard, and so they pulled them up because they had a bad experience with them. And so the neighbor would purposely start parking right in front of their mailbox. And so they had to get like a barrier built around their mailbox so they can't park like on the curb because they were parking right up against it. And then they put flowers next to it to make it look nice, and the neighbor would purposely step on it as they walked to their car every day. And then they slowly added like a fence, and they were mad about the fence because they're like, you're in our yard. But then they got what they said they got, which was
The laser
The boundary survey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they got the boundary survey done and realized that they had taken a good chunk of their yard. And so there's just videos like of them like pulling up the boundary survey thing just because they're mad. It's just every little day, little things to terrorize the people.
Yeah.
And that's not even the only one that I've seen. There's a lot of videos like that where just horrible neighbors.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I moved in and I was like, oh, I thought this is my boundary, so I'm mowing this line. And he was like, no, it's over. You have more. You have to mow up to this. I'm like, And I did feel some type of way. I was like, oh, that's not, why is that mine?
That's not mine.
He's like, yeah, that's the boundary. I'm like, okay. So now
thanks for telling me.
I mow up to the line now.
You should get a survey.
I should get a survey.
You should get a survey
But
done.
then the survey would only tell me I have less. He's telling me I have more.
But then the moment you want to do something, he's like, hey.
Yeah.
I just needed you to mow
Well,
that.
if you don't want to mow that much anymore.
Which I don't.
Is it the guy that takes really good care of his lawn?
No.
Or is it the people on the other side?
People on the other side.
Gotcha.
Neither one on any of my sides take really good care of their lawns.
Well, there's one guy on your street that's like a little bit further up, and he's always mowing his lawn.
He has a service and he pays for,
Could have swore he mowed it himself.
No, I saw him when I was driving. There was a guy with a mower who got off a truck. And I've seen the grass applicator people at their house too.
Are you a lawn guy?
The first year I moved in, I had like bought the service and my lawn looked so good. And I'm like, why did I do that? It looked nice, but I didn't feel like better.
Yeah.
I was just out money and it looked nice, but I'm like, this doesn't
I liken
matter
it to like a car wash.
What do you mean? We're all just like, huh?
None of us gave you anything. We were just staring at you.
We're like, huh?
Okay.
I'm mad no one gave you anything. That was...
Because I was like, she's going to keep going to explain
did
where she's
stop.
coming
It just
from.
stopped.
And then,
She dropped the mic. She was like, that's it.
and so I'm like, and she didn't say anything. So I'm like, what do you mean?
It's like a car wash, right? And we're like,
Like you wash your car.
It's like
feel
an
great.
Arby's.
You feel good.
don't.
You feel good. You're like, oh my God, my car is clean. Like everybody can see my car is clean. I can see my car is clean. And then like, that's it.
Well, isn't it? Well, I guess it's good for your yard to be like taken care of too. But isn't it good for your car to be like washed frequently, especially
In the
winter?
Yeah,
Because
the
the salt
The salt.
Yeah,
Can it eat away at the
it
paint?
can eat away at it.
rust it faster.
Salt's like nom nom nom.
No.
You ever seen Little House on the
Corrosive.
Prairie?
No.
No.
I have.
My mom talked about it though.
Talk about like packing things in salt.
I've seen that.
Salt
to
belly
preserve
pork.
stuff.
Yeah.
Is that a
That
musical?
made me want to taste it. I'm reading Little House on the Prairie. I'm like,
And then, because then when
I
they put it
want
like
it?
in holes in the
yeah, they
ground
would put
too.
it like in like
Sorry.
containers because they didn't have refrigeration.
Yeah.
That happened on the show called The Wilds. That's it.
Is that
That's all I have to
good?
say. It like was good, but it got canceled before it could finish. So if you
so
don't
it's
want to watch it,
yeah.
because I'm like, they don't go anywhere with it. Sadly.
And then shows like Elite are continuing way past when they,
I'm sorry, but Elite needs to go.
it needs to go.
I haven't watched
Gotta
it for
go.
2 seasons, and I should have
Have
stopped
we
watching it
killed
3
off
seasons ago.
Grey's yet?
Who?
Grey's Anatomy? Has that been?
I don't know. If
I don't
they're still
know.
going.
Please. I hope so.
Grey's Anatomy is a show where I'm like, it's too long. I
Yeah.
will
Yeah,
never
I
get
can't
into
too
it.
long.
start it
It's
because
too
it's
long.
too much to go.
Way too long.
It's
Like
a half a year commitment.
Young and the Restless. No.
Right
Is
amount
Young
of
and the
time.
Restless still going?
It's still going. Perfect a lot
It's
of
still
time.
going?
It's the oldest soap opera
Oh
ever.
my God.
Longest running soap opera.
Like if you just wanted to start from the beginning, though.
You don't want to start from the beginning.
So I don't want
The
to.
best way is to start now and then have someone who's watched it tell you. Because like 4 things
They
happen a
can't
year.
even tell you because, like, this is generations worth of content.
Well, my mom will tell
Yeah,
me.
she'll be like, so this is why Nikki Newman knew Victor.
Exactly.
This is how they met each other. And this is the thing between her and Jack. Like they had an affair. So that's like why Victor looks at him that way. You know, it's like,
Speaking of, have you been watching General Hospital?
no, I stopped everything.
Oh, me too.
I love General Hospital.
I did. There was one episode.
Because we talked about Carly.
Carly, we love Carly.
Corinthos.
My grandma was watching Young and the Restless, and there was one episode, and someone fell down the stairs and like died, but it's because he fell on a paper cutter, and I was like, and I'm like 10 years old seeing this, so I'm like
The
thinking
paper
like,
cutter.
yo, this is about to be a crazy show.
That was Passions probably. That sounds like a Passions thing.
It was so weird.
You are my passion for life.
Well, we're going to continue talking about soap operas and singing, and we will see you guys next week.
Next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.